So upon getting, the predator has got what it needed, and so therefore is not going to be attacking you. But and also that's a lot of activity, right? A whole bunch of the other, hatchlings are there, and it's loud, and there's lots of different, motions and stuff. The predator's going to, peel back a little bit, having eaten a bit. So then, as you make your way, uh, I'm going to kind of confront the three of you with this situation deep in the crevices. A desperately wounded hatch and a diminished and somewhat deteriorating Protector Annihilate. And there you are, the place all lit up by your little lights, or, your various photo and vibratory senses. You got the Hivers don't worry about the dark very much. They have all this vibration stuff they pick up. So, but still, I mean, there you are, and all of you are well aware, that are well aware that Hatch is in deadly danger, and that this Protect Annihilator is on his last legs. And so the question is, what now shall you do?
Oh, has to get back. So, yes, Hatch has to get back. The creature's still there. The creature's still
it's back in
to our
its lair.
Situation.
Yeah, it's not following you. It's back in its lair.
Okay.
Okay, so you're at the point just past that narrow juncture, where you can come upon the Protect Annihilator, who I would say, I'm not going to just kill you unilaterally, but you are not, you've been through a lot, and the cumulative effect. And remember, you weren't rejuvenated properly, right? All that stuff. And so Hita, knowing yourself, having felt the first wave of your own character's mortality, recently, nowhere near as in dire shape as this one is, but you know what you're looking at. And in fact, the hatchlings are like, what's wrong with him?
So that's right. Did we make it back, or did they manage to drag me back?
You're in the middle. You are right where we left you. They have come back from the creature's lair, and they're looking at your bulk, and you're looking at the sad remains of Hatch, in which this little bit, somebody probably has to tell you that Hatch is alive, because it's not evident. And and so Hita is the one, therefore, that the little ones are looking at and saying, what's wrong with him?
Going to make the call. It's time for him to get mulched, so we can save. So we can save Hatch.
That's right.
We need something to keep Hatch alive. One of them probably is to go.
Well,
it's like all in favor. Yay! All that's not in favor.
I don't think Hita is happy. I think she's probably like, could I?
Right. Mm-hmm.
More like that, but it's obvious.
There's new material. I'll say, the egg pouch, which is kind of like maybe a macabre. I don't know, thinking about it, what is the Hiver's view on stem cells? You know what I mean? Because we've got a Nidus full of stem cells back there that could bring Hatch back to life.
Actually, your own material would be good for that purpose.
If the only way to keep Peter alive is to mulch like Protector Annihilator, then he agrees with it. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, this is for the colony. Hatch is viable, vibrant, and young. Then it makes the perfect amount of sense. Protector Annihilator doesn't want to be mulched, but for the colony, this is what he is built for. If he can die this way, then it is a good death as opposed to being eaten by some creature.
I'm calling your trait as at any cost.
At any cost, absolutely. He's like, if the colony needs to survive.
And I'm calling Renee's trait, Hatch's trait, as hard to kill.
Right. So yes, if they can part me out, then that's fine. I'll live on. From the first hatched Hiver into the last, I will exist. But if you guys can find another way, I'd appreciate that too.
I'm looking at my traits.
No, but if it's the only way, then absolutely, Hiver will not put up a fight. He will set the example.
All I have to say is that I have here starred in my notes. It says senescence, aging, and then it says the primary topic is taking care of itself, and that's what the little star senescence is right now. So my job is only to play the environment. And I said it's now kind of under control. No attacks or other nonsense. I'm all reading from my notes, and then I just have a list of NPCs and a couple of other things. And so that's all I have. So all I have to say is, I am very pleased that you guys walked yourself quite nicely with failed rolls and successful rolls into this exact moment. And I'm just like, my God, whoever wrote this is brilliant, but it's not me.
Right.
So,
well, yes.
Yeah.
I will happily march to like the pool. And
hold on. You guys are deep in the tunnels here. You're not back. Right. You guys are deep in the tunnels. This is an emergency situation. So, therefore, you're going to have to roll. And definitely with all the build-up to this, I'm giving you 3 dice from me. For Hatch, 2 dice.
Okay. All right. My hard to kill trait doesn't have any influence to it. It's just so I just got these 2 dice. So.
No pool?
I have 1.
If there's any moment to use
all right, let me use it. All right, got the 1.
Yeah. Roll, Jerry. You too. Oh no.
Yeah. Hey, made it.
It's a combined roll,
I didn't make
so
it.
1 success is enough. All I gotta say is that we almost lose Hatch. But
again,
period.
Right.
It's becoming a habit.
Right, but it's a combined roll, and the day is saved. So therefore, Hita returns with a group of hatchlings supporting the battered, somewhat different looking Hatch, who will, of course, need treatment and nutrient baths and stuff like that, but you are viable. And no Protect Annihilator. Perhaps the few bits of salvageable weaponry and equipment.
There's carapace with Hatch's head sticking out.
Right.
That's right. So yeah, I think it's a sacrifice that if Hatch comes out this still alive later on, she will very much be probably more tempered in her personality as a result of this latest near-death experience that actually cost another Hiver to sacrifice their life. So she will probably be a little bit more somber going forward.
Right. Huh. So Hita kind of falls to you to Jerry. We're still not getting an image. You want to turn your camera on and off just in case? Oh, there we are.
You hear that, Gary? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Excellent. So Helma, it probably falls to you as Hita now. That given what Renee said, it kind of falls to you to sort of close out the events for the rest of the hive.
Well, I guess I'll have to report to the Queen and the Patriarchs that we were only partly successful in... Oh well, no. Given the circumstances that we were successful in finding and recovering Hatch to the coast of having to march, protect the annihilator, and that there are predators in certain tunnels that we should be very careful to avoid, or in case the new protector annihilators think they are up to the task, we should get out of this place that is going to be ours.
The patriarchs say that this is going to be a project. They're not going to just send people down there, given how clearly dangerous it is. But maybe working with Structs, they can come up with some kind of way to, set up a trap for it to explode it and stuff like that down there. So
that sounds sensible.
Yeah, that problem probably can be dealt with. Given the security that's been established, I think that we can say sort of the next step that somebody did mention a while ago, to reestablish communications, is not easy to do, but it will not be impossible. I mean, in the long term, years perhaps, being able to put together the technology necessary for, especially if the hive follows up in any way, which is not impossible, to be ready for that and have a communication beacon or something like that. That definitely seems doable, just not right away. But I do think we have come to the end of the trail for our hivers. I think, yeah. So, at the risk of all sorts of horrible background hissing, maybe we can find out what you guys have to say about that.
I think that this last leg of our, exploring all these different alien races and stuff, was definitely the most challenging, as far as everything else was more mental and social, and this was just survive. So that was kind of interesting, and I thought it was pretty cool just to watch everybody kind of develop these characters to fit this really hostile environment. And then at the end, Protector Annihilator, had to sacrifice himself, for a goofy old Hatch. But I think it was a really neat story. I enjoyed it.